Your team from your town plays here. No one does more live local play-by-play than The Score does. And it's time for more right now. Sports Radio WSKW The Score and CentralMainSports.com now presents live coverage of high school sports. High school sports on The Score is presented by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college, over 40 academic degrees and certificates, and one of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Just go to cmcc.edu. Your future starts now. Central Maine Motors Auto Group in Waterville, the dealer with no dog fees, where cars and trucks cost you less. Online at cmautogroup.com. Hammond Lumber Company, serving Maine and New Hampshire from 22 locations. Your building project partner. HammondLumber.com. Midstate Machine. Looking for a career? Check out the Machinist Development Program at MidstateUSA.com. 201 Service Skowhegan, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing, and a premium cinema experience. Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Sales and service by a family that cares. Somerset Stone and Stove, offering quality gas pellet and wood stoves and hardscape products. 201 Tire Battery and Service, your tire and battery experts on the Augusta-Vassalboro line. Assistance Plus, providing home care, behavioral health, and developmental services. Together, we can make a difference. Manchester Motors, your Coyote tractor dealer. We dig dirt. Casella Waste, for your residential and commercial trash pickup. Computer Improvements in Skowhegan, from sales of computers and accessories to service. We're your go-to computer store. Height Chevrolet, our family is here for your family. Connected Credit Union, building lifelong relationships. Get connected, stay connected. KVFCU, invested in you. Skowhegan Savings Bank, making our communities a better place to live and work. Skowhegan Tire Center, they beat any price. Route 201 Skowhegan. KMD Driving School in Oakland, teaching your kids to drive for over 25 years. Kennebec Eye Care, 216 Main Street, Waterville, your sight specialist. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, second-generation family-owned in Herman and Pittsfield, with all your grocery and shopping needs. And by SBS Carbon Copy, Main Street, Waterville, where printing's personal, not puzzling. And now with live coverage of your team, from your team, here's
From Your Town. Good afternoon and welcome to Lawrence High School, where this afternoon, on a glorious afternoon for baseball, The Score brings you live coverage of high school baseball as the Cony Rams are in town to take on the Lawrence Bulldogs. I'm Mike Violet. Welcome to our broadcast. John Coughlin alongside for this one. We've got a great matchup here this afternoon, John. Two teams 1-1 so far. I think the thing that most people are interested in is that Michael Hamlin is going to make his first start of the season and his first start since shoulder surgery right after the football season came to an end.
Well, Mike, it's Class B North Baseball. We've got two of the premier programs here today, and you're right. I mean, these teams have been the up-and-coming programs for quite some time. They met each other twice last year. Lawrence beat Cony twice, but that doesn't matter. You go back 30 years, and these teams are even. You talk about Mike Hamlin. This is a picture-perfect day to come out from a rehab situation and try to throw. It's a warm day, you haven't got a lot of wind, and he'll be able to go quite some time without feeling any effects.
Hamlin had shoulder surgery right after the football season came to an end, and he basically had a decision to make. He could put it off and play basketball, or he could have it, not play basketball, which is what he ended up doing, and be back hopefully to pitch and also play shortstop when he is not pitching. So a lot riding on the right arm of Michael Hamlin here today.
You know, I'm sure he's going to have a pitch limit, and it's going to be not an aggressive one. They're going to want him to throw within reason and get him out of there and hopefully have a lead.
The Cony Rams 1-1. They played a great game against Messalonski, top team, one of the top teams in Class A, and Meso came back and won it by a score of 3-2. So that gives you an indication as to how good this Cony team is. And John, they've got one of the better players around and the better players in the state in shortstop, Parker Morin.
Well, Morin can do it not only offensively, but
he's a great shortstop.
He goes into the hole, he gets his foot around, he can throw you out from the hole, he covers the ball up the middle, he hits 380, but he drives in runners. He's got 17 RBIs on the season last year, and he's one of a kind.
The Cony lineup will go this way for Don Plord this afternoon. Parker Morin will lead off and play shortstop. Batting second, playing center field, Lance Terrio. Hitting third, playing third is Landon Perry. Batting cleanup in right field is Zach. Is that Zach Tibbetts?
That is Max.
Max, excuse me. I can't read my own writing. Max Tibbetts is batting cleanup and playing right field. Jordan Benedict is hitting fifth. He's playing at first base. Anderson Noyes is the DH this afternoon. He's going to hit for Jack Spellman, who is pitching. Josh LaJoy is batting seventh. He'll play at second base. Wyatt McKinney bats eighth. He'll catch. And Matt Boston bats ninth. He will play in left field today for the Cony Rams. So again, Morin, Terrio, and Perry. Tibbetts, Benedict, and Noyes, who is hitting for the pitcher Spellman. Then LaJoy, 7, 8, 9, McKinney, and Boston for the Cony Rams. Two really good programs on as good a day as we've had this spring. And that's not saying much. The bar is awfully low because the weather hasn't been great, but we've got a beauty here, bright sunny skies, the wind picking up from time to time, but really not a big deal. And here we go. Parker Morin in the batter's box, and we are set to get started.
You know, it took me 4 hours to know how to get dressed. You wore shorts, so I love that.
You look like you're dressed to go hunting, for crying out loud.
Hunting?
Hamlin ready to throw to Morin. First pitch of the ball game.
Ooh.
Fastball is in there for a strike.
That felt good.
You let that one go.
Yeah.
Nothing in one. Hamlin with the pants rolled up. A lot of stirrups showing. Most of the Lawrence players play it that way, and that one is low and away for ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Parker Morin, of course, quarterback on quarterback here. Both of these guys quarterbacks of their football teams, both of them members of the basketball team as well. 3 sports stars. 1-1, low and away, 2-1.
It's a natural tendency to come out and overthrow when you first start, a nice warm day, you want to get on top. Primarily fastballs the whole way so far. 2
balls, 1 strike on Parker Morin. Here's the deal.
Yep.
That is in there for a strike. 2-2. On deck for Cony is Lance Terrio.
Anytime you can hear the catcher's mitt pop, you know the ball's coming in pretty darn good.
The 2-2 is bounced to third. Third baseman comes in. That is Moore, and he throws, and it is not in time.
Oh.
Bang, bang play at first base.
Whoa. You certainly don't want to miss the first one that you're on, and
so an infield hit.
Yeah, listen, any ball hit on the ground with Parker Morin running, and boy, you got to get it over there in a hurry.
So weak contact induced there by Hamlin, but too weak. And so here is Terrio, right-handed batting center fielder, even stance.
Morin is always a threat to run.
He has got a huge lead already. Held over there by Pelletier. Does not go. Right back to the box. Got a chance to get 2. They get 1 there. The throw is high, and they get it. It is a 1-6-3 double play, and on 1 pitch, 2 outs.
Well, nice play. Come back to the mound. He had a crow step, got the ball to shortstop perfectly, avoided the slide, doubled him up.
1-6-3 for those of you scoring at home, and who knows, you might be. Here's Landon Perry, third baseman. 2 outs, nobody on. Fastball for a strike. So Hamlin looking for a thrifty pitch-wise first inning.
And he's keeping that painted on the outside corner, Mike.
His fastball looks good.
Yeah.
That is hit to shortstop. Coming in is Bolster, throws to first, and that is it. It ends up being a rockin' chair first inning for Michael Hamlin. Gets that double play, gives up a base hit, nobody left on. We've played a half. The score, Cony 0. Lawrence coming up. You're watching and listening to high school baseball on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, back here live at P. Cooper Stadium, Keyes Field in Fairfield. The baseball side of things as we go to the bottom of the first inning, and the Lawrence Bulldogs get ready to face Jack Spellman, and John Coughlin's got a scouting report on the right-hander.
Yeah, this is a sophomore, and Cony's got a pretty good stable of pitchers. This isn't one of their top pitchers to start the season, and you figure, I mean, Lawrence is coming into town, you got to throw your ace. Spellman is one of those sophomores who coach thinks that he could rise into the top three. He's a sophomore. He's got good stuff, throws hard. Let's see how he does in a big game as a sophomore against one of the better teams. This kid could be one of their better pitchers.
Lawrence lineup goes this way. Cole Curian leads off. He plays second base. Jake Frazee bats second. He catches. Kennan McLean bats third. He plays in right field. Michael Hamlin pitching, batting cleanup here today. Jack Pelletier is batting fifth. He is playing at first base. Dawson Moore hits sixth. He is at third base. Cale Bolster bats seventh. He is playing shortstop. Zach Hill bats eighth, plays in left field. And Trevor Pellerin hits ninth, and he is in center field.
Lawrence was 14-2, Mike, and boy, I'll tell you, that's a lot of good baseball.
Had a great year.
They sure did. They lost to Oceanside 4-1 in the quarterfinals, so they know what it's all about, want to get back there this year.
Yeah, we were here for that one. That was a major upset.
Yeah, they look to win that ball game coming in.
A lot of disappointment. They want to make up for it this year, and having Hamlin apparently at 100% because he was full steam ahead in that first inning.
Yeah, we didn't see any breaking balls, but a couple of cutters on that outside part of the plate, and it fooled some hitters.
So Spellman, a sophomore, two more warm-up pitches, and a good crowd has turned out here on a good day to be out in the sunshine. It's been the best day of the spring thus far.
We saw our old friend Mike Mealy here today, Mike. And
you and Meals.
Yeah, we go way back.
Way back to
UMO and playing days when the Bucks used to play basketball for Lawrence High School.
Did you guys play against each other in high school?
No,
Cony Lawrence?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
And then you were at Maine together.
At Maine together. Yeah, Meals didn't play basketball.
No.
No,
Meals never going to post anybody up.
No, and if he was bringing the ball down the court, we might have trapped the hell out of him until he wouldn't want to come up again.
He might have knocked you over.
Yeah, well, Meals would have done that. He was a hell of a football player, I'll tell you that.
He was a great football player.
Yes, he was.
He sure was. All right, here's Cole Curian leading off here for the Lawrence Bulldogs, right-handed batting second baseman. He'll play short sometimes this year, too. He's a guy who can get on base and use his speed.
Yeah, he does run well.
Spellman pitches from the stretch. Here's his first pitch. Fastball fouled back. Good rip by Curian. 0-1.
Kid's got pop. Spellman does have pop on the ball, Mike. Going to challenge.
0-1 on Curian.
One thing about it, they got to lay off that ball up top. Get the ball down in the strike zone.
Straight up in the out. Actually, the center fielder is toward left.
Nice
There's
pitch.
a good breaking ball there. 0-2, right in there.
That's a beauty.
0-2. The outfield for Cony, Boston and left. Terrio is in center. He is toward left center, and in right is Tibbetts.
I like the way he hides the delivery well. The ball jumps on you.
0-2. Spellman deals. Low. Good stop there by McKenney behind the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. With Frazee on deck and McLean to follow.
I can't get over the day, Mike.
Oh.
It almost seems like it's Summer Legion baseball here.
And Saturday and Sunday felt like winter again this weekend.
Yeah, I thought the baseball season might be canceled.
You looked at the forecast, and Monday's going to be that nice?
Yeah, really. Now, tomorrow may break a record.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. What's the record today? This has got to be close.
I don't know. It's.
So you think I'm dressed to go hunting?
Yes, you look like you're dressed to go hunting. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I think it's the T-shirt underneath and a plaid-ish shirt that's in the dirt. Ooh, that hit the side of McKenney's head. My weather app says it is exactly 70 degrees.
Well, it feels like closer to 80.
It does in the sun.
Of course, if you're dressed like you're going hunting, that's what's going to happen.
And guess who went to Dollar General and bought some sunblock Saturday in anticipation of this game?
You are well prepared, Mike.
Huh? Because Friday I got a little swing and a miss. You talked about laying off the high heat.
Yeah.
He didn't.
I tell you what, Mike, they swing up there, he's going to have a no-hitter.
He's got good stuff.
He's got great stuff.
It's the breaking ball that I liked. So 1 up, 1 out. Here's Frazee, who's probably the best hitter on this team. He hit nearly 500 last year.
Yeah, KVAC first team.
He can swing it. Right-handed batter. And a good hitting catcher.
Oh.
That's Sky to left.
Pick it up.
Going back is Boston. He's got a beat on it. And he makes the catch. 2 outs.
Nice blue sky tonight. Outfielders won't have any problem locating the ball.
So 2 up, 2 gone. Here is Kenan McLean. McLean, right-handed batter. And the right fielder.
Again, we've got another pitcher in Spellman who pitches from the set position all the time.
It's a trend.
Yeah.
Fouled off.
More young pitchers are doing that because if they can navigate this way, they don't have to try windup. Typically, kids who have big legs will do this because they are right on top of the rubber with their butt.
0-1. You sound like some sort of pitching Maharishi when you say that. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball in the dirt. McKinney getting beat up here in the first inning. 1 ball, 1 strike.
You go into the South, Mike, and they don't even look at pitchers under 5'10". They're looking with big legs, tall. They'll avoid young pitchers who are small.
It's interesting because there's a kid in Oakland from Esselonsky, Sean Acorn, who is maybe 5'9", who throws 90 right now, and he's a sophomore.
Wow. Does he pitch?
Yes.
Got it.
He's one of the best pitchers in the state.
In Maine, you have to pitch him. Nice pitch.
Low.
That's got to be a strike. That pitch is there.
2 balls, 1 strike on deck. If it gets that far, is Michael Hamlin. 2-1. 2 outs, nobody on, no score. Bottom 1. Fastball is low, tried to frame it. To no avail, 3-1.
That's not missing down, Mike.
Must have been away. There's 2 places it can miss in that area, down and away. Here's the 3-1. He held up on it, and it's a strike. Ooh, and he tossed the bat and did not wait. That will not sit well with the plate umpire. How'd you handle that, John?
He didn't mean to do that.
Okay.
Had he meant to do that,
he was not trying to show him up.
My head would be at the pitcher, and I'd be talking to him right now.
3 balls, 2 strikes. On McLean. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Spellman, and nothing across for Lawrence. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. 1 done in Fairfield. The pitchers dominating so far. Lawrence nothing, Cony nothing. This is high school baseball on The Score.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs some major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up 1 or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations, no one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online at clarkscrapmetals.com.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
Max Tibbetts, Jordan Benedict, and Anderson Noyes, 4, 5, and 6, coming up here against Michael Hamlin. In the top of the second, no score. Hamlin gave up a base hit in the first inning, but only faced 3 batters because he induced a 1-6-3 double play. And Hamlin, making his first start since shoulder surgery, looks no worse for the wear.
Mike, what a commitment for the quarterback to miss the basketball season. especially Lawrence basketball.
And your senior year.
In your senior year, and get ready for baseball.
And he was...
That's going to be a long winter.
You know, watching him, as we did, sit on the bench beside Jason Pellerin this year, I think it was tempting for him because he was feeling good by the time the first of the year came.
Let's play.
He was, out on the floor shooting a little bit, but he cooled it off.
Yeah, well, that's a big commitment for a senior.
Here's Tibbetts, left-handed batter, and the right fielder against Michael Hamlin. Pellerin a few steps over toward right center. First pitch, fastball for a strike right at the knees.
Tibbetts sprays the ball well to all fields. You got to play him straight away, which they are.
0-1. Michael Hamlin rocks and deals. Fastball low. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Hamlin's short and compact to the plate. Not a lot of waste motion.
He's got a really nice delivery.
Yes, he does.
That is squirted foul down the third base line. 1 ball, 2 strikes. He's got his leg kick is straight up.
Yeah. But he gets all the weight on top of the pitching rubber, and then he goes forward.
He's a little more flexible than I am there.
Well, he's not wearing shorts like you are.
But he's also 18 years old. He's only 46 years younger than me.
That's embarrassing.
Here's the pitch. It might be the first breaking ball he's thrown.
Yeah.
And he missed down and in.
And it was a good one. He released
Is that math
effortless.
right? Yeah, that math is right. He's 46 years younger than me.
Wow.
I mean.
So you could be his grandfather.
Without a doubt.
That's embarrassing.
It is very embarrassing. Down and in, and it is full now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hey, Meals has got a grandkid playing first base. Mike Mealy's grandson's playing first.
What he said.
You guys aren't that much older than me. Are you? Low, and it's off the shin guards of the catcher, but no further advancement. First walk of the ball game.
Well, I'd have to get my calculator out, Mike. I don't add and subtract.
Meals graduated from here in 70, maybe?
69.
Okay, 69. All right,
Yeah.
that makes him 9 years older than me.
Yeah.
So he's, Meals, he's 72, 73.
He's 75.
He is?
Well, it depends when his birthday. I just turned that.
You're 75?
Yes, I am.
I can't believe
Excuse me, 74. I've forgotten.
You don't even know how old you are.
No.
That is embarrassing. Swing and a miss. Strike one.
Well, that's what happens when you're 74 or 75.
You can't be 74.
I am.
You act 13.
Well, that's what my wife says.
And you have a full lush head of hair.
I like
the
this.
bunt is caught.
Great play.
Oh, Moore comes in, has a chance for 2.
Got him.
They got him.
Yeah, it's a good call.
Wow, Dawson Moore with the play of the year so far on a bunt on a high fastball. He was charging in, dove, fully extended, made the catch, kind of fumbled it trying to transfer, but still got it to first base. That's the second double play that Lawrence has turned in this game.
Great play by the third baseman, but he had the audacity to get back up and throw the runner out at first. Great play.
A 5-3 double play. That one's all the way to the backstop to Anderson Noyes, the DH. So we've had a more traditional 1-6-3 back to the box double play, and this one out of the box for sure. So 2 outs and nobody on. The 1-0 skips in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes.
Hamlin's struggling right now. He doesn't feel comfortable. Don't know if it's arm, but he can't get his plant foot comfortable.
First inning threw much more fluidly than here.
Yeah.
He's 2-0 here on Noyes.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss. Good fastball down, 2-1.
It is, and it's such a fluid motion as you were talking about, Mike. The ball just explodes on you.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, nobody on, no score. Top of the second. Fastball way up there, 3-1. On deck is Labrie, the second baseman. This is the DH. 3 balls, 1 strike. Hamlin deals. In there, first strike, 3-2. String is out.
Again, Mike, 99% fastballs, moving the ball around in the strike zone.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Check swing, and it's outside.
Just
Ball 4.
That just missed, Mike. Second walk in this second inning.
Yep. So again, control an issue, and you want to keep the pitch count down always, but
Yeah.
here's Labrie.
I would say 4 or 5 strong innings out of him would be great.
Labrie, the second baseman. 2 outs, runner on. High, Frazee bluffs. 1 ball, no strikes on Josh Labrie, number 7 hitter in the Cony lineup. Hamlin. The 1-0. Runner goes. Pitch hits him. Hit him.
Well, LaJoy took that one right on the noggin, Mike. Didn't even try to get out of the way. And Hamlin, they're trying to see if he is okay out there, Mike. You know, he does not look comfortable this inning.
Well,
And he's stretching, trying to stretch. That's not a good sign.
It is not a good sign at all, especially when you're coming off shoulder surgery.
No. So 3 runners on this inning, Mike.
So 2 out still. Here's McKenney, the catcher, number 8 hitter. Hamlin to that high set, throws to second, runner is back. And here I think you're much better served to work on the hitter as opposed to...
That's a pretty good sign that you're not focused and something's wrong when you start watching runners on base.
2 outs. Get the hitter.
Nice pitch.
Fastball, that was a good fastball.
Yeah.
Strike 1. McKenney, the catcher, followed by Boston, the left fielder. 2 outs, 2 on, no score. The 1 strike. Hit high in the air, short right field. This is trouble. First baseman back, and Pelletier couldn't make the play. The ball dropped in. That'll be a base hit. And Cony, on a blooper that Pelletier could not get back on, kind of took the wrong route to it, and that's certainly understandable given the wind. So it's a bloop base hit, an RBI for McKenney. Coming in to score is Noyes. Labrie to third.
It's almost like Mike, the right fielder was playing shell. It's almost like he should have called him off right from the get-go
Yes.
on that.
So 1-0 Cony. Here's Boston. So weak contact, strike 1. Runner will get to second, and that is defensive indifference. They just let him go.
You see too much of that now, Mike. Nice pitch.
That is a strike.
You know, he's throwing in the mid to upper 80s, and his curveball makes it look that much faster when he throws that. There's another one.
There's a blooper. Second baseman over and making the play. There is Cole Kieran, a very good defensive player. And that ends the inning. Boston pops out to second, but a run comes across for the Cony Rams. They get a run, couple of walks in the inning, 1 base hit, that blooper, and they leave 2. We finished 1.5. Cony draws first blood. The score at the end of 1.5. Cony 1, Lawrence nothing. This is high school baseball on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. You know, our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow, and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
High school sports on the Score brought to you by Central Maine Community College. More than just a community college with over 40 academic degrees and certificates to choose from. One of the lowest tuition rates in New England. Go to cmcc.edu for more. Your future starts right now at CMCC.
Mike, one of the things that happens in high school baseball sometimes, when you roll out a sophomore pitcher and you're playing an experienced team, chances are they've never seen this pitcher. And I think you're going to find one time through, he's a brand new pitcher the Lawrence kids have not seen because of age difference. And it takes a while, particularly if you've never seen him.
Michael Hamlin, after a tough second inning on the mound, will lead it off here in the Lawrence second. Cleanup hitter. And he is not the cleanup hitter by accident. He can flat out swing it.
Yeah,
facing Spellman, who had a very good first inning.
That's a body that can find the press box out there in left center.
Here's the pitch. Low.
That's...
Ball one ball. If he hits the press box, I'll give him a box of Cracker Jacks.
Wow.
Huh?
Are those your personal stash,
I will
Mike?
go to the store right now and buy a box of Cracker Jacks. 1 ball, no strikes. That's a strike at the knees.
Well, he heard you, Mike, and, you know, there's such a prize on this swing that he's waiting for his pitch.
I can't blame him. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here it is. That one is a 57-footer. It's 2-1.
Mike, this may be one of the better crowds we'll see this year.
I would agree.
It's a beauty.
Two balls, 1 strike. That's in there for a strike. 2-2.
They're giving up on that pitch. It's got a little bit of movement. They're thinking it's going to go away, but it's catching the black.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Michael Hamlin. That's hit pretty well, but the left fielder, or excuse me, the shortstop, makes the play, throws to first. The tag, no, they didn't get him.
Well, Mike, he did. The first baseman made a great play, and the tag was there. And I hope the base umpire goes to the plate umpire and asks, did you see a tag? And that's what Coach Plord is asking. That's what he's going to do, and he will be out.
Forgive me for miscalling that. I took my glasses off to take something out of my eye.
Yeah. This is when you feel bad for the base umpire.
He's out of there.
But he is out. Good job, Coach.
6-3. So Hamlin retired on a ground ball to short.
But listen, Morin's soft hands at shortstop made that a play. Most shortstops aren't going to handle that. And he got one on the hand right then. He's hurt.
Here's Jack Pelletier, the first baseman.
Great play.
Already all dirty. We're only in the second. They have to dry clean that uniform. Inside, ball 1. So Pelletier up there with 1 out after the appeal play. Spellman pitches. Swing and a miss. That was a breaking ball. A little wrinkle on that one. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Impressed by Spellman thus far in the second inning.
Good-looking sophomore.
He sure is. Moves the ball around. We've seen 1 curveball, Mike.
Had a rocking chair first inning. Pelletier wants time.
You don't hear that much rocking chair because I don't think many.
You don't listen to me enough. I use it all the time.
Yeah, but we don't see many rocking chair innings.
This is true. Too many pitches thrown.
Yeah.
Boy, that was an awkward swing there by Pelletier, and he is in the hole here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Too many pitches thrown.
Mike, this is not one of the better fields to pick up the ball. The mound is high, the pitcher's hand is high, and it's coming out of the sky. It's a tough place.
We are looking right into the sun.
It's a tough place to see the ball.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, and he is gone. Spellman blows him away, gets him swinging on a 1-2 pitch. 3rd strikeout for Spellman so far. 2 outs. And here is Dawson Moore, made a sparkling defensive play on a bunt that he caught and turned into 2.
We said right at the top of the game, Mike, that they got to lay off Spellman's high fastball.
They have not so far. Playing pretty much straight up in the outfield. Strike one. He hitched like he was going to swing and then held back on it. 0-1.
A lot of this is motion. His delivery to the plate throws off the hitter's timing.
Spellman gets the sign from McKinney. The 0-1. Low.
And there's that deuce, and boy, it's a downer. That's 12-6. Big time.
1 ball, 1 strike. If Moore can reach, Cale Bolster, the shortstop, would be next. Here's the pitch. High fly ball to center field. That is Terrio in center. Backs up and makes the catch. And 6 up and 6 down so far for Jack Spellman. Nothing across for Lawrence. And we have finished 2. The score here from Fairfield. Cony 1. Lawrence nothing. This is high school baseball on the score.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists. And whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day 1. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a biweekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Mike Violet and John Coughlin back here live at P. Cooper Stadium, Kais Field in Fairfield on the baseball side of the stadium.
It's always a pleasure to come to Fairfield for a sports event.
Indeed. You'll get no argument out of me.
This is one, it's
Dave
always...
Packer, the AD, is always helpful.
It's always an event here. It's
Good
always
crowd.
competitive. It means an awful lot. And, Mike, I know you and I were talking about some baseball legends in here. And Fairfield has had a number of them supporting youth baseball. George Taylor was one that I was friendly with back in the 70s. You've got the McGee family, who was always involved. Just tremendous people.
Here's Parker Moore in second time up. Infield base hit his first time, then he was doubled up. First pitch by Hamlin. Fastball is hit by third and by the shortstop and in to left field, a base hit. So Morin is on for the second time in this ballgame.
2 for 2. He's found that hole between the shortstop and third baseman. And Mike, once again, he's a threat to go.
So lead man on here is Terrio. Terrio hit into that 1-6-3 double play his first time.
It's always good to go on windy days because catchers throw have a tendency to get out and going in that wind. Ooh.
Throw to first. That's a pretty good move.
Yeah.
Right back.
And his move was to... Morin was looking to go.
That's a strike.
Getting a great secondary lead. Would be a bit surprised to see a delay steal here.
Wouldn't shock me either.
Let's see the coverage they have on the bunt. See where the second baseman goes.
Moore charges in. That ball is tomahawked to center. Pellerin right there. And he makes the play. That ball hit right on the screws.
Yeah.
But Pellerin, almost an atom ball. 1 out.
Square around, see what the defensive coverage is. They didn't take, so he swung away.
So 1 out. Here is Landon Perry grounded out to short his first time. Anthony Almeida has taken over at shortstop. And he is going to get a play here. Ground ball to him. Throws to first.
Nice play.
And they got him.
Nice play.
So Almeida now at shortstop.
Interesting.
I don't know what precipitated that, but he is in there. 2 outs. And here is Max Tibbetts. Tibbetts walked his first time. Left-handed batter.
You got to keep an eye on Morin because he sometimes gets a huge lead, and I wouldn't be a bit surprised if they don't keep him close for him to take third base.
He's being bird dogged out
there.
Yeah,
he is. They need to.
Fastball is wide. Ball 1 to Terrio.
The other thing, Hamlin, he's very concerned about Morin, rightfully so. He's got to get his head back to the plate when he turns.
It's 2 outs. Get the hitter out. Here's the 1-0. Long set. Now he steps off. This is one of my major pet peeves with high school baseball.
Yeah.
Is getting fixated on a base runner with 2 outs.
The problem is they don't get their head back to the plate sometimes like that.
Foul tipped into the mitt, held on, and it's a ball and a strike.
And that was close to a balk right there.
There are many times where I've said, if I were the coach, I would go out to the mound right now and say, if you throw the ball to a base with 2 outs and a base runner on, I'm taking you out of the game. That's a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Hamlin's got Tibbetts on his hip.
Mike, that would get the point across.
Sure would. High, very high, 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. With Benedict on deck. Hamlin to the stretch. Fastball downstairs. You could see right at the end of his delivery there, he was still looking at second base.
Well, that's the thing. If you don't get your head back to the plate and you try to throw on the run, it's like trying to shoot a gun on the move. It's the same thing.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Let's see what gives here. Hamlin fires, lost in ball 4.
Yeah.
That's his 3rd walk.
Yeah, that it would be time for Pellerin to say, let's narrow and get the hitter now.
So 2 on, 2 out, and here is Noyes, who also walked his first time. I checked that. This is Benedict, my bad. Jordan, right-handed batter, pops one foul, and that is going to make it with the wind all the way to the edge of the parking lot, almost onto the street. So 0-1 on Benedict.
Need to keep the ball in front if you're an infielder now.
Fastball, that's popped up.
Maybe.
Maybe a play, maybe not. It fell inside the ballpark, but way too far. Frazee never really picked it up off the bat, the catcher. And Pelletier with a long run. It's 0-2.
You know, a lot of the reactions that we see, Mike, in April, we'll see better reactions in May. You know, the end of May, that might get caught because you get a better jump off the bat.
0-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Big strikeout by Hamlin as he fans Benedict. And for Hamlin, that is just his first strikeout of the ball game. Walks a couple in the inning. Walks 1 in. No, he did walk 2 in. No, he walked 1 in the inning, and he also gave up a base hit. 2 runners left on. We finished 2.5. The score from Fairfield is Cony 1, Lawrence 0. It's high school baseball on the score.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat, and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465-4835. Sign them up for KMD Driving School. New classes begin every 3 weeks. Call 465-4835, 465-4835, or visit us online at kmddrivingschool.com. The journey begins with us. KMD Driving School.
Well, sophomore Jack Spellman has faced 6 Lawrence batters and retired every single one of them. So 7, 8, 9 here for Lawrence in the bottom of the third, including Anthony Almeida, who came into the game for Cale Bolster. He will hit for the first time.
You know, I noticed a twinkle in Coach Plord's eye, Cony coach, when he was talking about this pitcher. You think he knows this is going to be a good one?
I think so. So Almeida ready to face Spellman, who has been perfect so far. 3 strikeouts. Fastball low and away.
Dominating.
He has been. 1 ball.
The hitters do not look comfortable at the plate, Mike.
2 strikeouts in the first, 1 in the second, 1 ball, no strikes.
They're not seeing the ball. They haven't seen this pitcher. He's got good stuff, and he throws strikes. Don't get any better than that.
The 1-0. Inside, knocked him off the plate.
And you know when he misses, he doesn't miss by much.
2-0. 1-0 Cony. Spellman, the sign from McKinney. Curve inside, and he's 3-0. We are effusive in our praise, and now we can't throw a strike. 3-0. Lawrence looking for their first base runner of the day. Here it is. They've got it. Ball 4, not even close.
Again, Mike, we've seen 2 curveballs, all fastballs. Let's see if that changes second time through.
Here's Zach Hill, the left fielder, number 8 hitter for Lawrence. Tying run at first.
Got to get this hitter right here if you're Spellman.
Here's the pitch. 5 straight wide of the strike zone. Great stop there by McKinney. Ball 1.
Yeah. Coach Plord trying to settle down without going out to talk to Spellman.
1 ball, no strikes, and 5 straight balls thrown by Spellman. Here it is. Curve is fouled off. That'll make the seats. Ooh, it hit right on the top of the grandstand there, right on the bar. That's not easy to do.
No.
1 ball, 1 strike. No fan willing to make a play on that ball either.
Mike, have you ever been hit by a foul ball?
Hit by one?
You know, while you're broadcasting. Oh, they got him.
Oh, the throw! Oh. Did he get him? No.
Too bad. It's a great play by the first baseman, though.
If it hadn't bounced.
Yeah.
Well, don't you recall the day that you and I were in Waterville? Weren't you with me that day when the ball came right back into the press box?
Did you catch it?
No. You had a nanosecond to move on it. I did get out of the way. Runner goes. Pitches a fastball bunted. Spellman.
Got to go to third.
Slow off the mound.
Gotta
the
go
throw
to
to first. He's going to third. They've got a place out of there.
Great play by the Cony third baseman to recognize that, get back to third base. First baseman threw a strike. And a great play by Cony to throw at that rally.
That's our 3rd double play of the game.
Yeah.
And it goes 5-3-5. How about that? 2 outs. Here's Pellerin.
Surprised they bunt with a number 8 man and send the runner going.
That is bounced to third. This is a tough play. The throw, Pellerin can scoot, and they get it.
Deliver the piano, my goodness.
Wow. What a defensive inning here in the third for Landon Perry at third base, who made 2 spectacular plays, and a double play means that Spellman only faces 3 batters in the inning. No runs, no hits, No errors and nobody left. We have played we played 3, and the score, Cony 1, Lawrence nothing. It's high school baseball on the score.
At Danforth's Down Home Supermarket, they're proud to be a second-generation family-owned grocery store with locations in Herman and Pittsfield. They focus on providing fresh produce, high-quality meats, delicious bakery items, and a well-stocked deli. Danforth's Down Home Supermarket cuts and grinds fresh meat daily, and they offer Maine lobsters year-round. They also bake fresh bread, pastries, and other sweet treats every single morning. For added convenience, online shopping is available at their Herman location with contactless curbside pickup ready in as little as 2 hours. Come discover Danforth's Down Home Supermarket.
Whittemore & Sons, your Coyote tractor dealer. Dependable sales and service for over 50 years. We are located on the Waterville Road in Skowhegan. Sales and service by a family who cares.
At Haight Chevrolet in Skowhegan, our family is here for your family. And our family has been providing affordable, reliable transportation to families in central and western Maine for 113 years. You don't have that kind of longevity in the car business without building strong, trusting relationships with customers from one generation to the next. Whether you're looking for a new or pre-owned, financing, or special incentives, your shopping experience is always stress-free at Haight Chevy. Haight Chevrolet on Madison Avenue as you turn into Skowhegan. You'll also find the Haight family of dealerships in Madison and Farmington.
Alrighty, we move along to the 4th inning. And the Cony Rams on top 1-0. Anderson Noyes will lead it off against Michael Hamlin, who has struggled at times.
Yeah, he has, Mike. Let's see if there's any more comfort in his delivery, because he's all over the place right now with his release point and his drive foot.
Noyes walked and scored the only run of the game. That one is fouled off. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just got a text from Parker Morin's mom who said, John, you were talking about Lawrence baseball legends. Parker's great uncle, Frank Davis, is enshrined in the Maine Baseball Hall of Fame and also coached many years here at Lawrence. That one is high after his playing days at UMaine and the semi-pro leagues.
Well, I played with Frank. We called him Mud Dog because he was always dirty. His uniform was filthy. And so if you're listening, Frank Davis was an excellent third baseman, but he was a pig in his uniform. But he was a great player.
We won't confuse him with Jim Mudcat Grant.
No.
Okay?
All right. Frank Davis was
Mud Dog.
Yeah.
That's a great name.
Yeah. He was always dirty. He was his nickname was Pigpen.
Oh, okay.
Now that I remember it, that took a while,
That's
Mike.
perfect.
But
All
Frank Davis was a great baseball player at Maine.
From Mud Dog to Pigpen.
Pigpen. Yeah, it took me a while, Mike. You know how that happens.
After the Peanuts character. Well, you are 74.
Yes,
so.
Pigpen. Yeah.
All right. There you go. Some
Congratulations to Frank.
On Frank Davis. Thanks, Bree, for the message.
Yep.
Noise.
I think she's trying to see if I remember Frank. Of course.
3-2 count, and it's ball 4, and there's another walk for Hamlin. That's his 4th.
Yeah, definitely now trying to get the runner to second base. Now, last time they did this, LaJoy got hit by a pitch, and they got him to second base. Anyways, make him throw a strike, and then we need to get the ball down.
All right, LaJoy.
You know, I'd almost be telling my hitters to get all around the plate, tight to the plate with a runner on base, because Hamlin focusing so much on base runners is wild.
He hit LaJoy the first time.
Yeah, I'd get up all over the plate and make it a tough zone.
Nobody out, runner at first in a 1-0 game. LaJoy awaits and takes strike 1.
Now he's a hitter. Coach Donnie Plord, a heck of a player at St. Joe's, he and his twin brother.
0-1.
Let's see.
I think he's showing bunt. Throwing the first runner is back to the back. And Dawson Moore, who has made a couple of great plays already at third, halfway down the line.
I think he's pulling it back, Mike.
He does, and he slaps it, and it goes by Hamlin. Almeida's out of position. All hands are going to be safe.
The simplest movement you can get by infielders is to show bunt. And that time they did that, and 3 infielders moved. No wonder a ground ball is a base hit.
Once that got by Hamlin, it was trouble.
All you do is show bunt, get the fielders moving, get it on the ground.
So 2 on, nobody out. Here's Wyatt McKenney.
Now you do bunt.
McKenney drove in the only run of the game so far. And now he calls time.
Let's see defensively if there's any trap plays that are on right now. Definite bunt situation. Nice
Pulls
pitch.
it back, took a strike.
Third baseman is going to anchor at third, so the pitcher's got to get off the mound hard to the third baseline.
Runners on first and second, nobody out. We are in the top of the fourth in a 1-0 game in favor of Cony.
Yep.
Shows bunt, pulls it back, and just in time, and it's a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike on Wyatt McKenney. Matt Boston on deck.
Home plate umpire's done a good job. He's shown us the strike zone, and he's been consistent.
A ball and a strike. The bunt is pulled back, but it's in there for a strike, about belled high. 1-2, good pitch. That was pretty much an unbuntable ball.
Yeah, that's a tough pitch to bunt, up in the zone.
And outside. Fouled off, good rip. Falls into no man's land, no cars damaged. So you parked about 3/8 of a mile away as usual?
I did. I didn't know where to park. I didn't know if they ticket you here or not.
No, there's no ticketing in Fairfield. It's a nice town.
Boy, Lawrence needs an out right now, Mike.
Sure do. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Strikeout would be nice.
Yep.
Fastball fouled back. Stays at 1-2. Boston on deck.
They want to get around to the top of the order with Morin, with runners on base.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Hamlin looking for a strikeout. The set. The 1-2. Curve, and it didn't take.
He's got no feel for that right now.
2-2. That one just came out of his hand wrong. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hamlin sets. The 2-2. Fastball, and it's popped up. He's getting good rips on it. Back is Frazee, and he can't make the play. Can't make the play.
Gotta find the fence first.
Life. So McKenney sees his opposite number, Frazee, not able to get to that. Count stays at 2-2.
Strikeout would be huge for Lawrence.
Got to have it if you're Hamlin. You want to keep the ball out of play unless it's a ground ball right at someone. The set by Hamlin. The 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him on high heat. He really needed that. McKenney is gone. 1 out. And here is Boston, the left fielder, who popped to second his first time. 2 on, 1 out.
McKenney would like to have that one back.
He had some good rips.
Yeah, they can't catch up with that high fastball.
So Boston with a chance with runners on first and second. 1-0 Cony.
Watch that right side.
Fastball for a strike. If I'm Hamlin, I'm staying with the number 1.
Absolutely, with number 9 on, but that right fielder's awfully deep, Mike.
1 strike on Boston. That ball is hit to left, and coming in and making the play there
nice play.
Is Hill.
Great jump.
Hit right at him, kind of jammed him a little bit, and it was lined right to Hill. So a line out to 7. And here is the guy you want up, Parker Morin, with 2 on and 2 out. Morin, that's 2 hits.
Okay, Mr. Strategy, do you walk him and load the bases?
Absolutely not. Nope.
And pitch to the second hitter?
I am going after him. Fastball missed. That was close. Tough take. Morin with an infield single, then a single to left.
Tough hitter.
1 ball, no strikes. Big spot in this game. Inside, knocked him off the plate. 2-0. Hitters count.
Yeah, relaxed hands. He's getting his weight on that back foot, and he's looking for one pitch to drive.
The 2-0. Fastball, he didn't get it. Maybe it's going to be an intentional walk or an unintentional walk.
Well, Hamlin wanted that pitch.
3-0.
Sure.
Do I turn him loose? Yes. If it's tasty, rip.
It's 380. Turn him loose.
Here's the 3-0. High, not even close. That was a non-competitive at-bat. And Morin on for the third time today. 2 hits and a walk. And here's Terrio. Terrio is hit into a 1-6-3 double play, and he has popped out.
And he's hit the ball hard both times, Mike.
Excuse me, he flew out to center.
Both balls were hit on the noggin.
So they're loaded. No place to put them for Lance Terrio.
But Hamlin is back in the windup,
yes,
which he throws better from the windup.
Fastball just below the knees, ball 1. That's a tough ball to take.
And you're starting to hear some chatter from the Lawrence dugout on those pitches.
It's 5 wide of the strike zone in a row. That ball is popped up down the left field line. Hill racing over, and he did not make the catch. He was out of my view. That's a tough catch to make.
Long way to run, and you still got the goalposts up.
You do.
Only at Lawrence High School will you have the football goalposts 5 feet from the left field line. That would be sacrilegious here to take the goalpost down, wouldn't it, Mike?
That is an occupational hazard. Yes, it would be.
So you don't take them down?
Right.
Okay.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Wow.
Bases loaded. The pitch to Terrio.
Yep.
Right in there for a strike, 1-2.
It's a pitch he wanted.
Yep. 1 ball, 2 strikes, so Hamlin a strike away from wiggling out of this jam.
Here comes the curveball. We haven't seen it in a while. Nope.
That's no curveball. That is high, and it's 2-2. You don't want to go full.
Tried
2 balls, 2 strikes.
He tried to throw that one by him and yak him.
The windup, the 2-2. Is hit to center field. That's going to get in there. 1 run scores. 2 runs score. The ball cut off. It's a 2-run single for Lance Terrio and a 3-0 Cony lead.
Well, the pitch was up, but Terrio got over it. And did the other runner score? Yeah, 2 runs scored.
Runs came in, yep.
Yeah, big hit for the Rams.
So Terrio with a 2 RBI single.
And the inning's not over yet,
and
Mike.
Time is called, and Corey Pelletier is out to the mound.
Yeah, he has not been comfortable on that left ankle. It's where the stride hole is. And he's had a problem with that, twisting his ankle.
And you can see him behind his teammates. They're all watching him pick at that left ankle, left shin.
Well, you can see where his stride is. It's to the right of the Cony pitcher, and he's getting in that hole, and he can't hold it. And he's sliding and slipping on the mound.
And it's been pretty much a constant issue
the
entire game.
It has.
And it's interesting because this is his home mound. Played umpire out to break it up.
But you know, Mike, throwing in the gym and throwing in preseason is not coming out here and turning the clock on.
Hamlin's going to stay in.
You got to let him stay in.
So 1st and 3rd with 2 out.
Yeah. With all the rain that we've had, there could be some mud under there too, Mike.
And here is Landon Perry. Perry has grounded to short twice.
A hit right here.
Look at the lead at first base.
Step off. Now, you got to run at the runner. See, in this day and age, teams don't do this well. They're not.
No.
They just don't.
Stolen base.
Yep.
So Perry with a chance to drive in 2 with a base hit. That ball is hit to second. Kurian is right there. Throws to first. Inning is over, but 2 runs come in for the Cony Rams, and they increase their lead from 1-0 to 3-0. So after 4.5. The score is Cony 3 and Lawrence nothing. This is high school baseball on the Score.
At Central Maine Community College, your future is our priority.
I'm going to be a preschool teacher.
An HVAC technician.
Pediatric nurse. Whether your college journey is starting here,
I'm going to be an architect.
Physical therapist.
I'm going to be a lawyer.
Or we're a stop along the way.
I'm going to be a doctor.
A machinist.
Honestly, not 100% sure yet.
With over 40 programs,
I'm going to be a graphic designer.
An athletic trainer.
There is something for everyone.
CMCC.
Your future starts here.
Casella Waste. You see their trucks everywhere all the time. That's because they're out taking care of customers like you. Roll-off dumpsters, they've got them 15 to 50 yards. And they're in your neighborhood picking up the trash so you don't have to worry about it. Weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly from 2 to 10 yards. Casella Waste will also deliver portable toilets when and where you need them. And they offer septic services. Call to learn more about Casella Waste. 872-8257. 872-8257 for Casella Waste.
Well, while it has been a struggle today for Michael Hamlin, he has given up 3 runs through the first 4 innings that he has worked. Meanwhile, young Mr. Spellman for the Cony Rams has faced the minimum. We got a change?
Yep.
Wow, Spellman's out of there.
Yep.
All right, well, so the book is closed on him, and he faces just 9 hitters. And he is out of the ball game. He walked 1. Then that hitter was doubled up. And who do we have in? Is that Boston? Can't get a number off him. Number 14. So that's Landon Perry. So Perry to the mound. And John's going to go over and check with Coach Plord on the thought process, perhaps, of taking Spellman out and bringing Perry over from third. So Perry is in. LaJoy goes to third base. And let's see. That's number 2. That's Boston playing second base. So we got changes all over the place.
It's good they can play a lot of positions, Mike.
So Perry into pitch, and the first pitch to Kirian blows it right by him for strike 1.
A luxury of having a lot of different pitchers, Mike.
Kirian struck out swinging his first time. So Landon Perry in relief of Jack Spellman. Went 3 very good innings. Curve in there. Boy, he gave him that low strike. 0-2.
And I'm looking at this, and Cony's 6 deep in pitchers, Mike. I mean, quality pitchers.
So far, we've seen a lot of quality. Fastball is hit to the shortstop and caught there by Morin. Kind of a squibber off the bat. He jammed him, and Kirian is out of there.
You know, Mike, we talked about with Spellman that the second time around the Lawrence hitters who haven't seen him might do something with him. Guess what? They don't have an opportunity.
No.
Coach got him out. Good coaching.
Jake Frazee. Fly to left his first time. 3-0 Cony. Breaking ball is high.
And this wind-up's quick to the plate and a little bit from the side, a little bit of a slur of action.
1 ball, no strikes.
Entirely different motion.
Fastball pops straight up the chute.
That's mine.
I mean, this is 9 miles high. Back is McKinney. He makes the play. He had plenty of time to find it. Right up the chute. 2 outs.
Perry coming in just as he's supposed to do and throw strikes.
Throwing strikes.
Mm-hmm.
2 outs. Nobody on. Here's Kenan McLean. McLean struck out his first time swinging. Perry. Popped up. Play for the first baseman.
Easy inning.
Benedict in foul ground. Talk about your rocking chair inning. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. How about 5 pitches?
Doesn't get much better than that, Mike.
Not bad at all. Nothing across for Lawrence in the 4th. We've played for the score. Cony 3, Lawrence nothing. You're watching and listening to high school baseball on the Score.
30 years ago, Paul and John A. Bowen set out on a mission to help aging Mainers stay in their own homes. Assistance Plus grew from their passion, dedication, and integrity where clients come first. Today, Assistance Plus serves not only the elderly, but clients with developmental and behavioral health challenges. Assistance Plus is here for you today and through all points of your life.
Looking for a way to heat your home while staying within your budget? A home heating loan from Connected Credit Union is the perfect solution. We've got you covered with an affordable way to keep warm this winter. Maybe you're thinking of purchasing a heating and cooling system or replacing your windows. Making your home more energy efficient isn't just an investment in your home, it's an investment in your lifestyle. Contact our loan team for more details or apply online at connectedcreditunion.org. Get connected, stay connected. Federally insured by the NCUA, Equal Housing Lender. Membership eligibility required.
My dad's a real hero. Not like a superhero or anything. More like a regular dad kind of hero. Because every weekend, even when the weather's bad and it's super snowy, he always gets us there safe.
They don't know how you do it. All they know is that you care.
See Skowhegan Tire Center. They beat any price. Route 201, Skowhegan.
All righty, so both starting pitchers now out of the ball game. Michael Hamlin is out of the game for Lawrence, and in the ball game is Dawson Moore. Hamlin has gone to first base, keeping him away from shortstop for now. So he stays in the game at first.
I think it's more his ankle. Look at him limping out there.
Yeah, you know what? You're right.
That left ankle had torture on that mound.
Yeah, and that is something. I don't think it's his shoulder at all.
No, but it could be his shoulder if his ankle's hurt.
If he keeps up pitching like that, yes, because you're going to try to compensate for it.
Yep.
That is not a good thing.
No.
They've got to figure out what's up with that mound.
Yeah.
Or what's up with his delivery. So Moore comes in from third base. He gets to start an inning down 3-0.
And boy, he needs to shut this Cony team down, Mike. They've got a big 3-0 scoreboard lead.
First pitch is ball one. I think this is a pinch hitter.
Yep. This would be David Fry.
Okay. Takes ball one. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. So Fry is hitting for Max Tibbetts.
Yeah. We'll see if he stays in the game or if...
1-1. 3-0 Cony. Top of the fifth. Popped up, middle of the infield. Shortstop, second baseman. Kirian makes the catch.
Good start for Dawson Moore.
Pop to the second baseman. And here is Benedict. Jordan today has hit into a double play. That was the bunt play that Moore turned 2 on, and he walked. And if I'm wrong on any of these, John, help me because I can't read my own score.
But Mike,
you and a good one. He got a piece of it.
You got
one.
The new scorebook coming, I understand. And
which was originally shipped now to San Juan, Puerto Rico.
You got a game there tomorrow?
Not that I know of. Are we budgeted to go to San Juan?
I don't know, but it's a long drive.
I have to check with Jay Hansen on that.
Yeah.
See if our
we could go do a game.
If our airfare's been taken care of.
So we got our crew here ready to go to San Juan?
So that's when I'm going to get my scorebook when we go to San Juan tomorrow.
Okay. Ooh.
That's tomahawked into left. Left fielder makes the catch. 2 outs.
Mike, San Juan or not, the baseball here today is fantastic.
It's been played, very well played game.
This is a great baseball
Seen some good defense and some very good pitching. So I ordered this Bob Carpenter scorebook. Bob Carpenter is the play-by-play voice on television of the Washington Nationals.
So it must be a wonderful thing.
So he has designed this playbook. It's become very popular in the industry. I heard about it on Twitter from Don Orsillo, the former TV voice of the Red Sox.
Name dropper.
Who knows a thing or two about calling a baseball game. And so I took a look at it online, and I thought, you know what? I'd love to own one of those. That's high.
How much does it cost?
So I ordered the Bob Carpenter scorebook.
I mean, is it paper?
It's $30. Yeah, it's a
you got to write on it.
Yes. it's $30.
How can it be much different than what we've got?
I don't. Well, you look at it online, and it is. I can't wait to hold it in my hand if I actually get to do that someday. So I order it, and it says 5 to 7 days for delivery. So I wanted it to start the season, so I paid the extra $10. Of
course.
For the quicker delivery, which was 1 to 3 days. All right. So on the third day, that's popped up foul. I checked the tracking number, and it is being shipped via U.S. Postal Service, which may have been their first mistake. And it says it has arrived at our distribution facility in San Juan, Puerto Rico.
Well, that's an efficient place to send it.
Which makes perfect sense. Swing and a miss, strike 3 more. And the rest of this story coming up. 1, 2, 3 for Dawson Moore as he retires the side in order. We have finished 5 here, and right now Cony in charge. The Rams 3, Bulldogs nothing. It's high school baseball on the Score.
Notice the price of gas and oil lately? Thinking about a pellet stove? Pellets are a renewable resource that are economical, and pellet stoves don't have to be ugly or loud. Come talk to us at Somerset Stone & Stove. Let us explain why now is the best time to have your pellet stove installed. Wouldn't you love to have a gas stove or fireplace designed for your home? Let Somerset Stone & Stove design and install a Regency gas stove or fireplace that is just right for you. Let us customize your Regency gas stove or fireplace while you enjoy the beauty and warmth. Visit Somerset Stone & Stove in Oakland.
Discover the printing experience you've been searching for at SBS Carbon Copy on 54 Main Street in Waterville. Tired of getting lost in big box stores? Whether you need unique business cards or large format printing up to 44 inches wide, customized invitations that scream you, we've got it all. Our team is here to print, copy, or scan with a smile. Fast, affordable, and with a touch of personality. Don't settle for ordinary. Dash over to mainprintingservices.com where printing's personal, not puzzling.
I think I said on the way out we were in the 5th, we're in the 4th. We're going to the bottom of the 4th now. 3-0 Cony. So my tracking says that it's in San Juan, Puerto Rico. I email the Bob Carpenter scorebook people. They respond almost immediately. United States Postal Service is at it again. We're sorry. We will refund you the extra $10 you spent on the expedited delivery, and we will send you another copy. Ooh. That will take 1 to 3 days to get here. Now,
so,
this was Saturday.
So maybe next week.
1 to 3 days, right. Yeah, here's Michael Hamlin.
Lawrence needs to get something on the board, Mike.
Sure do.
Nice pitch.
Good breaking ball there for strike 1. Hamlin grounded a short his first time.
So Lawrence, the first time through, saw nothing but fastballs. Now they're seeing mixing in curveballs by Perry.
Breaking ball, again, is off the catcher's glove and outside of the backstop.
And he's got a good quick one, Mike.
1-1. So that is the saga of the Bob Carpenter scorebook.
I can't wait to see this thing.
It better be good. There's his fastball, up and in, bends it back, 2-1.
Well, if anything, Mike, it'll teach the number of innings. We are in the 5th.
I know. And I, downloaded the wrong score sheet online today. This one's way too small, and I've had to write too small, and I can't read my own writing because I'm not a good small writer.
It's been a hell of a day for you.
3-1. The ordeal that I've gone through today. At least I remember the sunscreen. That's fouled back as Hamlin rips on it.
Yeah, that's a great swing by Mike Hamlin. He just missed that pitch.
3-2.
Just missed that.
So it's Hamlin, Pelletier, and Moore. 4, 5, and 6 here for Lawrence. Down 3-0. Certainly
9 outs to go. They got to get something going, Mike.
Not an insurmountable lead, but they got to get a base runner. Slap to first. Easy play. Benedict grabs it, tags the bag. 1 out. Very weak swing, weak contact. I'm going to try to write small the rest of the way. 1 out. Here's Pelletier, who struck out his first time.
And again, without saying it, without jinxing it, we do have the minimum face so far.
Yes. Up
now,
and in.
Now, how are you about that sort of stuff? Superstitions. Do you say things or not?
You mean the fact that the Cony pitching staff is pitching a no-hitter right now?
Oh, boy.
That is a strike. They are.
Every baseball purist just turned over in their grave.
The staff, if it was an individual pitching a no-hitter, I wouldn't say anything. That one is line foul. Very late swing. 1-2. If Spellman were still out there throwing a no-no, I wouldn't say a word.
So that's
but a
what you do.
staff no-no, yes.
All right.
I will say it.
Okay.
It's not the same thing.
It's good to know. Nice
breaking
pitch.
ball swing and a foul tip, and unable to handle it there is McKenney. So life for Pelletier. 1-2.
Great.
On deck, Dawson Moore.
Great job by Donnie Plore, the Cony coach, to mix his pitchers here and give hitters a different look.
Breaking ball low. Boy, Spellman has to have a load of confidence after that outing.
You think?
Wow.
Well, first of all, for Coach Plore to put him into a big game like this.
That ball is hit to shortstop right there, Parker Morin. That's the wrong place to hit it. 2 outs. Morin buzzes his throw over to first. 2 up, 2 out. Here's Moore.
Moore had good contact last time, Mike, to center field.
Flew out to Trevor Pellerin.
Yeah, he got all that. Start him off with a curveball. Let him know what's coming.
14 up, 14 down for Lawrence. Foul to the right.
I got somebody.
1 strike. That hit metal, I think. 1 strike. 3-0 Cony. Perry. Curve. Inside corner for a strike. 0-2.
Gave him that low ball curveball.
He did.
Yep.
Pitchers throw strikes. They're going to get calls.
Good call, Mike. That's right.
2 strikes. Fastball high. Wasted 1, hoping he would chase. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I like this kid, too.
Boy, they've got some arms.
You're right, they do.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the deal. Breaking ball. It is looped to center.
Trouble.
It is caught by the shortstop as Morin got out there. And Lawrence is still hitless.
Whoa.
1, 2, 3 in the 5th for Landon Perry. 5 done in Fairfield. 3-0 Cony. This is high school baseball on The Score.
From the moment you check in at Kennebec Eye Care, you'll be greeted with a smile. From there, you'll be given a comprehensive and thorough eye exam from Dr. Peter Parody, Dr. Leslie Sobek, or Dr. Kaylee Brown. Once your examination is completed, they'll go over what steps need to be taken to improve your eyesight needs with glasses or contacts. If you're a current patient or looking to become a new patient, then see the eye specialists at Kennebec Eye Care. Kennebec Eye Care, your sight specialists since 1955.
Mike Violet, John Coughlin, back here live, Pete Cooper Stadium, Keyes Field in Fairfield, the baseball side of Pete Cooper Stadium at Keyes Field in Fairfield as we go to the 6th.
What a gentleman Pete Cooper was, wasn't he?
One of the most graceful, nice gentlemen I've ever met.
Yeah, he was a wonderful person.
Never forget the first time I called Lawrence High to ask to speak to Coach Cooper about a game that I was covering. The first year I broadcast high school football in 1982.
Wow.
I called Lawrence High.
Those were good years.
I asked for Mr. Cooper.
Yep.
He was not available, but he called me back as soon as he could and said, "What do you need from me?
Wow.
What do you want?" And I said, "I'd like to get your starting lineups, Coach, and probably about 10 to 15 minutes of your time," and he gave it to me, and nothing changed.
Wow.
He was that way for the rest of his time.
Yeah, he
just a gentleman.
No question.
Just a nice man.
Yes, he was. And one of many great coaches here.
His wife, Lois, was my senior class advisor at Lawrence High, at Waterville High.
No kidding.
Yep. Lois was a lovely
So
woman.
she was an educator, too?
Yep, she was at Waterville. And Pete was here. All right, here is Josh LaJoy.
Umpire telling the pitcher he's got to take signs from the rubber.
He does. Infield hit, and what did he do his first time? I can't read
Hit
my
by
writing.
pitch.
All right, so he's been on twice.
You'll
Scored-
see that when you get the book.
Scored the first one. Fouled off to the right. The
Won't you?
Barb Carpenter scorebook will make it all clear.
You think?
When I get that, my life is going to improve by leaps and bounds.
I don't think so.
Nothing went to LaJoy. Good fastball. It jammed him, and off the mound, Moore, who's made very good defensive plays all day, makes another one.
I don't think I've ever seen a ball hit like that.
A pop to the pitcher.
Wasn't that sort of strange?
Yeah.
That uncanny.
It sounded like he hit a soup can that was full of tomato soup there. Kind of a thud.
Good analogy, because that ball didn't go anywhere.
1 out. Here's McKenney. An RBI single. and a strikeout. More pitches from the set. Good curve.
That's a good one.
0-1. One strike, Matt Boston on deck. Another curve, bounced into the dirt. More weak contact. 0-2.
Good curveball, Mike, revolves how many times between the pitcher's hands and the plate?
What do I look like, some physicist to you?
Just thought I'd put it in there
Well,
for
what's
you.
the answer?
5.
Okay.
Only 5 revolutions. So you got to maximize spin rotation.
Listen to you. You sound like you're into analytics.
Hello.
You're 74 years old. You're too old to be an analytics geek.
Don't forget how to win.
The 1-2.
Nice pitch.
Curveball is grounded foul.
Have you ever seen someone run into those goalposts down there?
No, not in a baseball uniform. I think I have seen a member of the secondary for a football team accidentally run into them.
But you can't have that in the left field. What
are
is
you
it,
gonna
cemented
do?
in?
They're not retractable. You can't take them out.
Other places do it.
You know, those goalposts have been there since 1971.
The same ones.
Foul tip, and it goes off the catcher, Frazee.
But not the same goalposts.
I don't know.
They didn't have goalposts like that in the 20s.
Those are pretty rickety.
But they didn't have them like that in the 20s.
No, I didn't say that.
Those are gooseneck.
Fastball is hit to second. Cole Curian is there, usually sure-handed, and he is there, and he makes the play. 2 outs.
Boy, these two teams are making baseball look simple here on a beautiful day.
2 outs for Boston, who has popped to second and lined to left.
Cony has 5 hits on the day, Mike.
Lawrence has none.
Boy, you're going to rake that, aren't you?
It's a staff no-hitter. More deals. Breaking ball, slow, tantalizing one, and it's down and in. Ball 1. Morin on deck, hoping to hit. Fastball is, I would have made the play if Morin didn't make it or the fence wasn't here. I was ready for that.
I don't think in either case you would have gotten down quick enough.
That was
Mike.
my speed right there. It was going about 4 miles an hour.
Yeah, you would have booted it. Between the wickets.
1 ball, 1 strike. Curve apparently was high. 2-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Moore looking for a 1-2-3 inning. 6 more outs to play with for Lawrence. Fastball is fouled back. 2-2. Morin is on deck, as I mentioned, who's been a pain in the rump for Lawrence today. He's been on 3 times. 2 base hits and a walk.
I think he's always a pain in the rump.
He's always a pain in the rump.
To the opposing team.
The set by Moore.
Nice.
Curveball is hit well to left center. Pellerin in, and he has to play it on a hop. That one dunks in for a base hit.
That's an excellent piece of hitting by Matt Boston. So, red spin kept his hands back and went right up the middle with it. Nice piece of hitting.
So he singles to left, and here is Morin. 2 singles and a walk.
And this
he has scored 1.
And this isn't a bad time to send your runner because you've got the top of the order coming up to start the inning.
That is outside, ball 1.
Great
Frazee
eye.
tried to frame it.
Great eye.
1 ball, no strikes on Parker Morin.
Looking for middle in, something he can drive.
More deals. High. 2-0. On deck is Terrio.
Coach will give him a strike.
Good hitters count. 2-0. 2 outs, runner at first. 3-0 Cony, throw over there, and back to the bag is the runner.
Morin has the third baseman almost in left field, so anything down.
That's where I'd be playing. Moore to the set. Deals. Big rip by Morin, and he fouled it back. He missed it.
Yep, that's the one he wanted.
2 balls, 1 strike, hitters count, and he got a hitter's pitch. 2-1.
Now you send the runner. Maybe not.
That's Boston at first. Fastball, and he rips through it.
Send him, Donnie.
2-2. Morin was looking to hit that one to Waterville.
You want to throw over now because he's gone.
2-2. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yep. They're trying to guess curveball.
Boston a big lead.
They're trying to guess curveball on the pitch.
He goes. Pitch is hit well to left, but it's high. Should be playable. Pellerin is over, calls and makes the catch. Pellerin covers a lot of ground out there. He is really fast. Morin got under that one and flies out to left field. He makes it out for the first time. No runs. There was one base hit. No errors, one left. We have played 5.5. The score from Fairfield, 6 outs remaining for the Bulldogs, is Cony 3, Lawrence nothing. This is high school baseball on The Score.
At Central Maine Community College, we are building things that last. We're investing in technology, new facilities, and offering more degree programs than ever before. You can get the traditional college experience at a fraction of the cost. And for some, it's even free.
Wait, did she just say free?
That's right, free tuition for Maine high school grads from 2020 through 25. Set your goals and find your path at CM. Let's build a future together.
There's money in your unwanted metal. Clark Scrap Metals pays top dollar for any cars, trucks, or scrap metal that you want to get rid of. Stop over, we'll weigh it and give you a check. Got a big job that needs a major cleanup? We'll drop off and pick up one or more of our roll-off containers for residential or commercial work. And at Clark's, we crush cars. We travel statewide and offer fair prices. Locally owned for 3 generations, no one knows scrap metal like Clark's. In Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. Online at clarkscrapmetals.com.
Mike Violet and the coach, John Coughlin, back here live at P. Cooper Stadium, Keyes Field in Fairfield. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Time is a-wasting here for the Lawrence Bulldogs. Down 3-0, 6 outs to go. They have been held without a hit. And Anthony Almeida, who took over for whatever reason for Cale Bolster, is going to lead it off. He has been up once and walked. One of the few Lawrence base runners.
Yeah, they need to get something going quick. We heard from our friend B.L. Lippert,
We
Mike.
did. He was effusive in his praise of you. I'll read the text in a moment. Swing and a miss.
You know, there's
Strike one.
There's one of the Cony coaches who has turned a program around. I mean, B.L., he wants to have a game where he's coaching where he doesn't run the ball. He wants to throw the ball every down one time.
Waiting to do that. He texted, Johnny Coughlin knows some baseball. Wow, you guys have been great. Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, I
appreciate that, BL.
His football teams are fun to watch,
They
aren't
are. They are very entertaining. And, of course, his quarterback, Parker Morin, for 3 years playing shortstop here today. Going to have a new quarterback next year.
BL's he's turned everybody into great quarterbacks. I don't know how he does it.
Yep, he's had a Fitzpatrick Trophy winner, Ben Lucas.
Oh, and that guy was, what a fun time it was to watch him play.
He's had some really good quarterbacks that have been great fun to watch in a great offense. You had Parker Sargent as a wide receiver.
Oh, yeah.
Strikeout there as Almeida fans. 1 out. He's had a bunch of other great players. Just the culture. That's the thing.
But
culture.
But BL, we're behind you because we want you to throw the ball in one game every down.
Right.
Every down. We want to be able to call that.
That would be epic, wouldn't it?
It would.
Here's Hill, the left fielder, strike one. Hill today has been up once, and he hit into a 5-3 double play on a bunt.
How did this team beat Waterville 22-0?
Well, Waterville,
Mike,
Class C,
22 runs in 4 innings?
Struggles. They're pitching behind Derek Kuchar, not plentiful.
Great pitch.
That's a bender that's in there for a strike, and it is 0-2.
That ball is catching the black outside corner.
0-2 Pellerin on deck.
Great spin.
Landon Perry in relief. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Blew him away. 2 up, 2 gone via the strikeout. Here's Pellerin, who bounced to third on a really good play by Perry when he was playing third base his first time.
Did every pitcher worth anything in Maine all go to Cony?
Well, there's that kid from Gorham who's going to Vanderbilt.
Well, yeah, but maybe.
Who they clocked 95, 96 the other day.
But Cony is stacked.
Pitch to Pellerin is a strike. They've got a few. Messo's got a few as well.
Jesus, I could umpire these games, Mike. You just call strike.
Well, let's not get carried away. Strike 2.
See, you can umpire. That would be
0-2. And I wouldn't even need a chest protector.
I'd like to strap you in behind the plate.
0-2. It would not be pretty.
Nice pitch.
Curve is in there. Strike 3. So Perry strikes out the side, 2 by swinging and 1 looking, and that is it. Nothing across for Lawrence in the 6th inning, and we're finished 6 in Fairfield. Cony still in front. Rams 3, Lawrence nothing. This is high school baseball on The Score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay? It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 Service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way. Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
For us, it's a family.
Mike Violet and John Coughlin back here in Fairfield, and we are certainly into Crunch Time, and Crunch Time is brought to you by Clark Scrap Metals. Don't fix it, scrap it. Locations in Chelsea, Hollowell, and Jay. And you just heard from 201 Service in Skowhegan, and 201 Service is another one of our great sponsors here, and will sponsor me telling you right now that the Lawrence Bulldogs have been held without a hit, a staff effort here today. 2 pitchers, Jack Spellman and Landon Perry, have combined to no them.
Cony looking for an insurance run here, Mike. 2, 3, 4, right place in the order.
Yep, here's Terrio. Terrio takes ball 1. Terrio today is into a 1-6-3 double play. He has flied to center and has an infield hit.
He had the big 2 RBI single in the 4th.
That one is right back to the pitcher Moore. Again, you don't want to hit it to him. He gobbles everything up, whether he's at third or on the mound. 1 out.
Mike, these are 2 teams that more than likely will see each other play again.
Good chance. Here's Perry. Grounded to short twice and grounded to second. But his story today will be about his relief pickup of Jack Spellman. That ball's hit to right field, and it's curling away from the right fielder, a dive, and he can't get it. It is off the glove there of Tibbetts, a good effort. This will be a double as Terrio gets into second. Ball squirts away, but it's backed up by the third baseman.
Nice effort by the right fielder. They say it's Mud City out there, and the ball's not going to go anywhere. So take a dive, keep it in front. It's just what he did.
So Perry, a 1-out base runner. Extra run, never hurt. All right, here's Tibbetts, who was hit for last time by Fry, and Fry popped out. Left-handed batter with a runner to pick up at second. That is into left, a base hit. Left fielder up with it. Runner's going to have to hold, obviously. A ball just barely getting into the outfield, but a base hit nonetheless by Tibbetts.
Lawrence, third baseman, went to the bag. He's got to make the play on that softly hit ball.
So Perry to third. And here is Benedict. Hit into a double play, walked, and flied out. And we've got time called.
Yeah, well, Lawrence needs to talk about, 1, are they going to keep this pitcher? But 2, in a delayed steal, how are they going to defense this? Early in the season, coach needs to talk about this. You got to step off and go with the runner if he's in a delay. Or are we going to throw through if it's a straight steal? That's what they're talking about right now.
Coming up after the game, we'll pick our score player of the game. And that score player of the game will get our Flagship Cinemas swag bag. Flagship Cinemas, consistent pricing and a premium cinema experience. The CMCC swag bag with a Score t-shirt, a Joseph's Sporting Goods Score Player of the Game t-shirt, and a Score t-shirt. All from Joseph's Clothing and Sporting Goods.
Wow. Joseph's didn't have the scorebook that you want, Mike? Joseph's usually has all that stuff.
They do, but I wanted the Bob Carpenter scorebook, John.
Damn.
Here's Benedict. Strike one. Runner goes. They'll let him go.
So that was the strategy.
Yeah.
Let him go. Now I'd walk this runner, Mike.
Walk
This
Benedict.
This hitter, yes.
Benedict 0 for 2. 3-0. You got to keep it here, given that you've been no hit so far. That's pop straight up down the right field, first base side. Hamlin ranges, makes the play.
Nice play.
Nice play because the wind playing tricks on that. 2 outs, big out. Foul to first. And here's Noyes, the DH. He has walked twice and then struck out.
And scored twice on both those
Yes.
walks. This is a productive spot here in this 6-hole.
2 on, 2 out. I don't know why the infield is still in, do you?
Nope, I don't.
That is not good strategy. Ball 1.
They're making a 300 hitter a 400 hitter.
Exactly. Why they are on the edge of the grass,
I
now
don't
they
know.
back up. Now they're halfway.
Yeah, I think they realize now that there's 2 outs. Hello?
The 1-0 is bounced foul. A ball and a strike.
Well, you know this Lawrence team's going to bounce back at some point, Mike. They're 14-2 last year.
Well, you're playing iron here today.
Yeah,
so.
well, I mean, these two teams can play each other 10 times. They'll probably split.
1 ball, 1 strike. Moore deals.
Nice pitch.
Curve is hit into right field. Right fielder has a play. And that's it. Fly ball to right, corralled out there by Tibbetts. And so, nice job by Moore to strand 2 runners on base. And so we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. It is last call for the Lawrence Bulldogs. They need 3 to tie. It's Cony 3, Lawrence nothing. This is high school baseball on the score.
It's that moment when everything comes to a halt.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's okay. We can call for some help.
And what you need most is someone you can trust.
201 service, this is Brandon speaking. How can I help you?
Hi, yeah, my car just broke down. I think I need some help.
At 201 Service, we know it's more than just about fixing what's broken. It's about being there when it matters most.
Not to worry, ma'am. We have your location, and help is already on its way.
Don't worry, honey. Help's on the way.
Okay, Mom.
Wherever you are, whatever the time, you can count on us to be there. Because in those uncertain moments, knowing you're not alone makes all the difference. 201 Service, Maine's trusted towing and recovery partner since 1984.
All right, Landon Perry is 1 inning away from finishing off a staff no-hitter. He has pitched the last 4. And Jack Spellman with the first 3, facing the minimum. And Lawrence held without a hit today, and here we go. Needing 3 to tie. They at least have the top of the order up. Curian, Frazee, and McLean with Hamlin in the hole there at cleanup.
And 6 strikeouts, Mike. Between the 2 pitchers, they've dominated.
Final warm-up pitch by Perry. Ball down to second, and we are ready to go here in the bottom of the 7th. Lawrence needs 3 to tie. Cole Curian to lead it off. Curian has struck out and lined to short.
Lawrence will play at Nokomis on Wednesday, and Cony is going to travel to Oceanside, and that'll be a big ball game because Oceanside's tough.
Be at Nokomis Wednesday for the softball game between Lawrence and Nokomis. They've had some battles.
Yes, they have.
Mia Coots is gone, but her sister has taken over to pitch. Strike 1 to Cole Curian, who showed bunt.
Yeah, he also tried to turn into the pitch and get hit.
Third baseman comes in.
Good frame
Missed.
by the catcher.
1 ball, 1 strike. Curian, Frazee, and McLean.
You got to be careful which ones you frame and which ones you don't because the umpire won't call them if you pull in all of them.
Fastball popped up. First baseman with the play. 1 out. Squeezed there by Benedict. 1 up, 1 out. Here's Frazee as fly to left, foul to the catcher. Great play by McKenney on a ball that was hit 9 miles high to stay with it with the wind and all.
I'm trying to remember when the last Cony no-hitter was.
Up and in for ball one. Somebody watching has to have the information.
Maybe
there.
BL can tell us. He's a Cony historian, and his dad is certainly a historian.
The original Coach Lip.
Yes.
2-0 on Frazee. That ball's hit well to left. Back, and away back, but the left fielder back there. He dropped it. Boston looked like he had it in his sights, and it's a two-base error. And Lawrence, that's got to be an error, correct, Coach?
Definitely. Yeah, it's an error, and he doesn't get fed tonight. That's what happens.
I hope you're hearing that, Mr. and Mrs. Boston. No dinner for Matt tonight.
No dinner in Augusta.
No, and they might make him walk back home. Here's McLean.
Now, don't do that. You'll get fired.
You can deny him food, but you can't make him walk, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Here's McLean. Lawrence with life. That one's on the inside corner for strike one. McLean is struck out, foul to the catcher.
Yeah, you got to keep this hitter off the bases now.
Tying run on deck.
Nice pitch.
That's in there for a strike. Right at the knees.
You can see the heels buckle.
0-2.
With that curveball on the inside.
McLean in the hole. Runner at second, one out. Fastball swung on and missed. Strike three as Perry blows him away. 2 outs.
Great assortment of pitches. Speed, location, different types.
And we've got a pinch hitter for Hamlin. This is going to be the original shortstop in the game, Cale Bolster.
We knew we had his name in there for something, didn't we?
So he is going to hit. So Bolster hitting for Hamlin in the cleanup spot. So you know Hamlin's got to be hurting. Strike one. Hamlin today had grounded to short and been out on a ground ball to first. 3 unassisted. 1 strike. Curve just a little bit high. Ball and a strike on Bolster. 2 outs, runner at second. 1-1 count for Perry. Time is called. Time called. Bolster steps out. Pelletier on deck, hoping to hit. The set. Pitch popped up. That should make it out of play, and does.
Mike, they're hitting out of order, but no one is going to. Bolster is in the.
He's hitting for Hamlin. He's pinch hitting.
Yeah, but Bolster was in the lineup in the 7th spot.
But he never.
Doesn't matter. He has to hit. He can't hit in both spots.
But he never played in the game. They took him out of the lineup. I think that's
to start the game.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
He never played
in the lineup card. Okay.
Well, did they officially give it to us? No.
Oh.
I suspect that it was given to the umpires.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So I don't think that's
Bolster
the case.
on the lineup card was in the 7th spot.
Right.
Yeah.
They made a change before the game started, so Bolster never played.
Okay.
Was not in the field and did not hit.
See, you don't need that scorecard.
Low, good stop there by McKinney.
Great stop. Pitches in the ground are going nowhere with McKinney there.
We got a count.
2-2, I think.
2-2, okay.
Feels it 2-2. 3-2. 3-2.
All right, it's 3-2. Here's the set. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Strike 3. And Bolster fans, and it's finished off in grand fashion by Landon Perry, who struck out the last 2, and it is a staff no-hitter for the Cony Rams.
Well, our first one of the year, and it was a beauty because these teams went at it, and Cony had everything today.
Final score in this one, Cony Rams 3, Lawrence Bulldogs nothing. We'll come back with the totals and our score player of the game. It's all coming up after this on The Score.
For us, it's a family business that is steeped in tradition. Our relationship with Waterville goes back a long ways. Over the years, we've been fortunate enough to grow and we've been able to grow with the town. We look at the work that we do as something bigger than just the sale of a car or the servicing of an automobile. We're here to be a part of something bigger than just ourselves by giving back to the community with our time and our energy, because it's all about taking care of people.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of the locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
At Midstate Machine in Winslow, Maine, we manufacture complex components and large-scale turbines that power industries across aerospace, defense, and energy. We're hiring CNC machinists, and whether you're experienced or just starting out, we offer on-the-job training to help you build a rewarding career. Join our Safety First team, where your ideas are valued, and enjoy competitive pay with 2 weeks of paid time off starting on day one. Apply today at midstateusa.com, where your career powers the future.
Whether you're looking to buy, build, or refinance your home, at Skowhegan Savings, we make buying your home a personalized experience. Our team of local community bankers are available on your time to help you every step of the way, from pre-qualification to closing your loan. We have a variety of mortgage terms to fit your needs and a bi-weekly payment option that can save you time and money off your loan. We also won't sell your loan, so your loan stays local with us. Contact one of our community bankers or apply online at skowhegan.com to start your home buying journey today.
Cony wins it here this afternoon by a score of 3-0. The final line scores in this one for Cony: 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors. They left 9. They certainly had plenty of runners on base, but they did leave 9. And for Lawrence, no runs, no hits. It was a combined no-hitter, no runs, no hits. They had no errors, and nobody left on. All zeros today because there was a walk, and it was turned into a double play.
Yeah, an anomaly. If you watch baseball a lot, this was a no-hitter, but they did get a runner on base, but they faced the minimum. It's an anomaly.
Exactly. 21 hitters all came up in the game.
Wow.
There was that one base runner, but nobody left on thanks to the double play. Cony pitchers combined for 8 strikeouts and just that one walk.
And totally in command, Mike. They no pass balls got by the catcher. No runners could advance because they don't get on. Cony completely dominated this game.
So Jack Spellman, the starting pitcher today for Cony, a sophomore. And, John, you talked to Don Plord before the game about him to the coach and how much he loved him, and they have got a gem here.
Yeah, again, I said Donnie Plord had sparkle in his eyes, Mike, when he was talking about Spellman, the sophomore, because this kid is an ace, and he's got 2 more years with Donnie after this year.
Right, so he's got the whole year this year and 2 more to go.
And we saw 2 magnificent pitchers for Cony today, and they aren't even in the top 4. So this team is loaded. You don't want to play this team after a lot of rain days because they've got pitchers and you don't.
They have a loss already, of course, to Class A Messalonskee, and there certainly is no shame in that because Messalonskee played for the state championship last year and is loaded in its own right. But Cony, with the win, goes to 2-1 now. Before we tell you who the score player of the game is, I want to talk about Michael Hamlin, but make the point you're about to make.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that Cony has everything. The 2 top hitters for Cony, Parker Moore and Lance Terrio. I don't think you can find a better 1-2 hitter in this state because they're magnificent. They run well, they get the bat on the ball, they're not going to strike out, and they make things happen. This Cony team is loaded.
Yep, they were on base all the time today and really were the catalysts offensively in a game where there were not a whole lot of runs as Cony scored 3. They got a run in the first and 2 more in the 4th inning, and that's all the staff needed. Now, Michael Hamlin had a terrific first inning. His first start since shoulder surgery after the football season. First start, had a really good first inning. Started to struggle in the second, gave up the run. Then we started noticing the landing spot, his push-off. Everything was wrong with his delivery, and later it developed into what looks like some sort of left ankle issue. He had to leave the game. He went to first base, stayed there, and they actually hit for him in the 7th inning. So that's a source of concern right there.
It's a big source of concern because if he's going to struggle on the mound because he's got joint problems, ankle or shoulder, that takes away their top ace.
Well, And the ankle issue, if you're trying to compensate for that, means you're going to tweak your delivery, which means a surgically repaired shoulder. That's not a good combination.
No, I think you're going to see him playing first base until this works out.
And you wonder about the mound, because this is their home mound.
Yeah.
And you'd think that they'd have that coiffed the way he wants it.
Most teams inside go with turf mounds, and there's no spot that the landing foot turns.
Right.
Here it did, and right from the first pitch, it was bothering him.
Yeah, he was pawing at it the whole game.
He all day long. He was forcing it, Mike, and I got to think that's what caused to hurt his ankle.
Yep, absolutely. So that brings us to our score player of the game, and we certainly could go with a couple of people, but I'm going with Jack Spellman,
good choice,
the youngster, the starter today for the Cony Rams, who had a 1-2-3 first inning, had a 1-2-3 second inning, then he walked the first man on 4 pitches in the third inning. He went 1 ball, no strikes on the next man before he got a 5-3 double play on a bunt attempt, and then he got a ground ball to third after that. They pulled him after that. Coach Don Plord kind of easing him in. So he faces the minimum of 9 hitters through 3, does not give up a hit. He is our score player of the game. That means that he gets the Flagship Cinemas swag bag, the CMCC swag bag with a Score t-shirt from Joseph Sporting Goods. He gets the Score player of the game keychain as well, the highly coveted Score player of the game.
Well, between that and your scorebook, Mike, I don't think there are any more things. But, looking at this, Mike, they were in total control. I mean, I don't think there was a ball hit hard. I'm looking down at the scorecard, and I don't remember a ball that was hit hard against Cony.
All in all, a domination situation for both pitchers today for the Cony Rams. Cony 2-1, Lawrence now 1-2. We're back at it. We'll be up in Newport, the hub of Maine, on Wednesday for Lawrence-Nakoma softball. Game time is 4 o'clock. I'll talk to you then about 3:55 on Wednesday afternoon as John is chasing Brunswick lacrosse.
I am.
With a certain,
Bangor lacrosse.
With a certain daughter of the baby-faced assassin who's a lacrosse player, huh?
Yeah, we'll be at Brunswick against Bangor, but we'll see you next week, Mike.
They're not playing field hockey?
Field hockey's fall.
I know, but your granddaughter...
No.
They're not taking after their mother.
Yeah, no, they'll do everything that... You know how kids are, Mike.
They're contrarian all the way.
Exactly.
Huh?
They're not going to do what their parents did.
All right, for John Coughlin, for Sean Packard, for Alan Brickett, and our whole great crew here for the Score, I'm Mike Violet saying so long from Lawrence High School in Fairfield and P. Cooper Stadium here at Kais Field. Final score in this one, it was a beauty, a combined no-hitter by pitchers Jack Spellman and Landon Perry as Cony wins at the final score, the Cony Rams 3 and the Lawrence Bulldogs 0.
It's like this every winter. When the temperature drops below 45, my palms sweat and I get really anxious.
It's not your fault. You're suffering from seasonal winter driving disorder. 3 and 4 drivers suffer from SWUDs because they have all-season tires. They aren't designed for wintry weather. Luckily, there's a remedy. Take 4, call me in the morning.
Visit NokianTires.com/remedy for the cure.
Is this a prescription for tires?
201 Tire Battery and Service, Riverside Drive, Vassalboro.
Hi, this is Mike Perkins from KMD Driving School. I've been instructing your children in driver's ed for years. We're accepting new students for the fall and winter classes. Let the professionals teach your children. Call 465